Hey, what's happening? I just wanted to make a quick video about something that I saw online. It was hilarious to me, but it's something I'm interested in because I'm interested in relationships and love. That's my thing. I write a lot of stories about love and relationships, really mainly about other things, but that's always incorporated in it. But it was something I found on yahoo.com. And it was saying that scientists asked 5,500 Americans to reveal their relationship deal breakers. And they have a list of the top 17 things that kept coming up as deal breakers. Now, I expected it to be, even of like 20 or something like that, but they only listed 17. And they had the percentage of how many men versus women, said that that would be a deal breaker for them or wouldn't. Now, surprisingly enough, a lot of things didn't go higher on the chart than I thought they would be. It's really funny because, like, to me, well, let's just look at the list and we'll talk about it as we go down it. First, disheveled or unclean appearance. Yeah, appearance is a big thing. People say appearance isn't everything when you meet somebody or you're in a relationship, but you have to at least be attracted to them. If you're not attracted to them at all, I don't see how that can work. And you're getting in a relationship for the wrong things. But people appearance, starts to drop. They stop looking a certain way or taking care of their unclean look too. You don't want to be with somebody that doesn't look clean. But surprisingly, we see a lot of people with people who look busted, tore up, and just dirty. I'm like, Lord Jesus, are you going blind? Anyway, on to the next one. Laziness. I can definitely understand that, especially being at the top. Nobody wants to be with somebody that's lazy, unless you're lazy to yourself. But I have come across people who were lazy and complained about others being lazy, whether they was in a relationship with them, that was a friend, coworker, whatever. And that's surprising. Somebody's lazy is going to complain about somebody else being lazy. But I can see, because that also incorporates being clean. If you don't clean up, if you're not motivated to do things like cook, go have fun, or just, some people sleep a lot because they're lazy, and that's terrible if they don't have any health reasons. Next on there is too needy, I guess. A lot of females are nurturing, very nurturing. Even if they don't seem like they would be, they are. And some guys can be needy, and I can see it get on their nerves, but we know females they have a harder time leaving a situation that they're in, especially a relationship, more so than men. But whatever. Okay, lack of sense of humor. I was kind of surprised it was at the top because it seems like a lot of people don't have a sense of humor or a good sense of humor. I mean, we all find things funny. That's incorporated in having a sense of humor. But what was really funny about that to me was the fact that, a lot of people aren't funny themselves, and, usually when somebody tends to be funny, it's easier to start up a relationship or get a girl to go out on dates with you if you're funny. You're always good company if you're funny. If you can make people laugh or they have a good time being around you, you're always good company, so it's easier to get your foot in there. And I believe a lot of women are with a lot of guys because of how hilarious they were. And it can happen the other way around, but more so funny guys. And okay, live more than 3 hours away. Yeah. Yeah. Long distance relationships. I can see that being at the top. I've tried a couple of those myself, even if it was just dating and it wasn't something serious. I've met people online who lived on the other coast. I'm on the East Coast. They lived in the West Coast. And sad to say, it just was kind of hard to even take it serious. Like, oh man, I really like you. You seem like you'd be great for me, but you live over there, I live over here. Do you ever think about moving over here? No. Okay, well, I don't think I'm moving over there anytime soon. Especially if you have, ties or baggage like children or something like that. But whatever. Bad sex. Okay. Now this is something I thought would be at the top. I'm going to say, to me, in a relationship, we shouldn't be having sex until we're married anyway. But in a relationship, if the sex is bad, I don't see how, especially if you're a very sexual person. And I'm learning that a lot of people think they're really sexual just because they can get freaky or something like that. But it seems like people just like to have sex. They don't have to have every day of the week. They would like to. If they don't, they're fine. They'll complain about it, but as long as it's good when they get it, they're satisfied enough. Or they'll settle for that. That's what it seems like. I don't know, but I thought that would be a lot higher. I know a lot of guys who are different than me. But they're like, oh, I can't make this girl my girlfriend. We haven't had sex yet. I don't know how the sex is. Now, you'll break up with her because you say she's crazy because you actually are cheating on her. And she keeps saying, I think you're cheating. And you're like, man, this ain't going to work. But if you get with her and the sex is bad, just tell her, we're not sexually compatible. It's something funny about sex. You know what I mean? People don't always be honest. Women complain about men's sex being bad all the time, but don't tell them. No, that's not right. You don't do that. You tell your partner, no matter how uncomfortable it is. You shouldn't have to deal with that, you know? Why? Especially if it starts off great at first and it becomes bad later. You know? You gotta tell them. Gotta tell them. I would. Okay, what's next? Lack self-confidence. Yeah. I see a lot of guys who go put up with a girl who doesn't have too much confidence in herself. And I think if they do, then they're going to be the type to use that girl. But women don't like guys who don't have confidence. Can't walk around not have confidence. That can lead to insecurities too. And then all of a sudden you're jealous or always worried about what she's doing because you might not be great enough. Matter of fact, I know somebody who's going through a situation like that right now. The person seemed like they're probably confident just because she's always around. But I really think they're insecure because they think that woman can find somebody better. And to be honest, I hope she do one day. Okay, what's next on the list? Too much TV/video games. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't men and women, a lot of women watch a lot of TV anyway, like Netflix and movies and stuff. Like I'm surprised that's on the list, really. You know, but video games, yeah, I've heard women say, "Oh, I want a guy who sits around and play video games all day long." Said no woman ever. I don't think it's wrong. I mean, I would never play video games more than I connect with if I had, you know, a girlfriend, a wife, and children. Never. You would never see me playing video games more than connecting with them. It should never be a problem. And I am PlayStation 4 right there. I love video games. I grew up with them. I was born when video games start to thrive. I am a video gameaholic. But it's never been a problem for me, and I don't believe it ever will be. Low sex drive. I think that goes with bad sex. But like I said, maybe it shouldn't, because some women and probably some men don't get sex as much as they want to with their partner, but as long as it's banging, it's off the hook and it's good, at least just good, you know what I mean? And great and everything above good. When they do get it, if it's once a week, shoot, it's going to be kind of hard to stay away from that person. You're just going to always want it more and more, and you're going to be telling them, we need to have sex and stuff like that. But if it's great when you do have it, even if it isn't frequent, I think people will stick around a lot more longer than they should, or, you know, maybe forever. You know, whatever. Stubborn. Yeah, that can be a problem. Person not wanting to be, person not wanting to see other points of views and always want to get their way. And even if they know they're wrong, they just don't want to admit it, being very stubborn. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. I'm glad I'm not like that. I couldn't live with myself if I was like that. Okay, talks too much. When you're talking about nothing, yeah. People like people who can hold a conversation. I do too. I talk a lot. You get me started, I will talk. I can talk a lot about any situation. But I pick my times to talk a lot. When I know a person wants to hear me talk. Or if a person's talking to somebody else and I'm just happen to be in a room and I can, you know, squeeze my way in a conversation, I don't say too much. You know, I can talk forever. But I can talk about a lot of things. And plus, I got some humor to me, so I can humor you and make it interesting too, sometimes. Depends. You got to be an interesting person yourself too. It's really kind of hard to keep a conversation going with somebody who's not interesting. Anyway, all right, we said talk too much. Too quiet, yeah. I remember being in high school and telling one of my friends, like, ask if, you know, I would be the type of dude that she will... And when my friend came back and was like, nah, man, she said, oh, no, you're just too quiet. I was like, damn, you know, I wasn't too shy. I was shy growing up a little bit, but it was just, I didn't want to say or do anything stupid. So I told myself, let me limit how much I talk and say around people. I'm nowhere near too quiet now. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. You know what I'm saying? But don't let me get comfortable. And don't get me started talking about something, because I will talk your ear off. Blunt, being blunt. Yeah, a lot of females are. I think some guys like that. That usually comes with an attitude. Like women who have an attitude, but you just don't like the attitude towards you. I am one of those guys. I don't know why. I like crazy women. I also like women with attitude. I don't know. I mean, I like wholesome women. That's my favorite. You know, a very good girl, a good girl. You know, I like that a lot. But something about a woman with an attitude, I just can't stay away from it. You know, like it's just like girls liking a bad guy. I don't know. Whatever. Does not want kids. Yeah, could be a deal breaker. If somebody has their heart set on kids, somebody not wanting kids could be a deal breaker. That might have been a deal breaker for me at one moment because I really wanted kids. I knew that since I was young. I wanted kids. I wanted a family. Not just kids. I wanted a family. I wanted a wife. Kids. Sit at the dinner table. How was your day? How was your night? Hey, behave. Hey, stop. You know, don't hit your sister. Stuff like that. I wanted all of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, that can be a deal breaker. Usually when people want kids, their heart's in it. So, you know, messing with their heart. Had kids. Yeah, if you already have kids, that can be pretty bad. Yeah, that can be pretty bad. Some people just like, oh no, I don't know how you deal with your kids. I don't know who those kids' mother is or father is and who they're attached to, and that makes you attached to them too. No. What else we have? Too athletic. Maybe. Is it at the bottom of the list? Maybe. Yeah, if you're too athletic, because it becomes a part of your life. Like a lot of people who's into fitness. Usually that's their lifestyle. It changes and then becomes a part of their life. Not athletic at all. Like, geez, for real? Not being athletic? That could be a problem. Well, I could see if a person is athletic. And a lot of women, I think they would like a man who is athletic because that's manly to them. You know, it shows some masculinity. I don't know. You know, well, anyway, I see why that's at the bottom of the list. Maybe it isn't that big of a concern. But yeah, that's just, you know, I was just sharing that. It's interesting to hear that, wasn't it? I think I'm going to write something about that soon. Or incorporate a lot of those things in a story. Come up with a story or something like that. Yeah, I mean, anyway, write some comments down. Let me know some of the things that were deal breakers for you people. For me, I'm easy to get along with. I don't really ask for much. Laziness is probably at the top, yeah. And trust. Trust. If I can't trust you, that's a big deal breaker. I would have to say that, you know. But let me know what you guys think. Anyway, like the video if you like the video. Share and subscribe. And come back for more videos. Coming soon, maybe tonight.